Das Bier. Das Oktoberfest Bier Lager. Hey, I'm Brainmuffin, and this is Beer Reviews. And up today we have one right from out here in Cincinnati, Ohio, by Christian Moerlein, Das Oktoberfest Lager. So apparently they must have a line. There's several in Untapped that has Das Über and then something else. I'm going to have to try. One of them's a Radler. I don't really know if I'm going to try that or not, but if they can it, maybe. Anyway, I picked this up at Jungle Gyms not too long ago. $2 on the can. And that's not really a plug for Jungle Gyms, just to kind of let you know where I get some stuff sometimes. But went over there, got quite a bit for 20 bucks. It was great. So Oktoberfest started in Munich. It was a celebration of somebody's wedding, which I've forgotten, and look it up. I don't give a crap. I think it says on the back or on the front or whichever side this is. Blah, 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 blah. But anyway, in Germany it's 3 weeks. Or 3 weekends. Oh, it does smell good. Here it's a weekend. Actually, pretty much one day. Americans, they don't know how to party. So being a lager, should have a nice clean taste, and I already have a party foul right there. Get a nice golden color, a little bit darker tones. Should have a good, decent alcohol amount, 5.25%. So should be an easy drinking beer with good, hearty German foods, and it's a beer for a good time. The head kind of died pretty quickly on there. That's not a great sign. It means artificially carbonated. Should have an Oktoberfest beer in Germany has a good 2-inch head on it, and it stays nice and creamy. So already this is kind of lacking right there. It has the right flavor, but it's very, very weak. Almost like it's watered down. It does have that distinct lager finish. It is very clean. It is kind of refreshing, but it is, and flavor-wise on the malt side, it's very weak. It should have a lot more flavor than that. The color is pretty good. The head retention's horrible, but yeah, that's kind of eh. I mean, it's okay. It's not a bad beer. I'm not going to go pour it out, but this is definitely not a great beer at all. I've come to expect a lot more from Christian Moerlein and a lot of their other products and stuff that are much better. But this beer, I mean, this is like a solid 3, maybe. Now that's being a little bit generous. The head retention loses a point, and the weakness loses a point. So, you know, Christian Moerlein, if you want to get a 5 out of me, you're going to have the right head retention. I know it's in a can, but this is horrible. This is like Rivertown head retention, and I don't know why Jason does his beers this way, but I've never had a Rivertown beer that had it. Well, the recent ones, some older ones had better head retention, but canned or bottled. I think part of it's the bottles. The shoulder on the bottles are so small that I don't think they get enough tension. But I mean, it's got the right smell, but it's really, really weak. And this is a good temperature. I mean, this has been sitting out. It's approaching probably 35, 40 degrees. It's about where a lager should be. But it's got that, it's got that maltiness. The hint of Say's hops, and then it's just kind of vanishes. So it's very weak on the finish. Mouth feels very weak. Head retention's very weak. It's almost like they threw this together. See, Oktoberfest is supposed to be a beer that's been lagering all summer, so they make it back. It's also known as Märzen. So they make it in March, and then they lager it, and then they serve it when it's cooler in October. Actually, late September. But yeah, as much as it pains me to say this, this is just a 3. I mean, this is a mediocre. This is like some homebrewers' first time trying making an Oktoberfest beer. It really is. It's cloudier than it should be. It's not all my glass. I mean, some of that is the condensation that you might see there, but it is definitely cloudier than it should be. It has the right color almost. It's like it's just off on all cylinders. It's like they got 4 firing instead of 8 or something. But man, I mean, Barbarossa, so their Liberty's IPA, those are good. This, not so much. It really is a disappointment. So, close all my cards. Anyway, there you go. I mean, and you can have this with any kind of meats, really. Just the hearty meat, sausages, all that. That's what it's made for. Sauerkraut balls, hearty cheeses, spätzle, that kind of food. You know, your Oktoberfest, typical food, brochen, you know, Mittelscharfer or Scharfer if you like that hot stuff. Currywurst, all that kind of stuff. Wiener Schnitzel, it'll go great with any of it. But man, that is a big time disappointment. Hopefully, so what do you think? If you had this, you think I'm being way too harsh on Christian Moerlein and this is a good Oktoberfest? I mean, Great Lakes Oktoberfest I think is much better than this one. So we can do a little cross-Ohio rivalry here. But, you know, let me know what you think of this one. And let me know in the comments below. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for clicking like. And we'll see you next time. Bye. What you want, Toby? Which side is the right side? Which side is the right side? Okay. They have it spelled wrong. That's Upper.